Good afternoon, guys. This is a very timely word for someone. So I was downstairs and I was just organizing some things, and the Holy Spirit said some things are best being left unsaid. Okay, like some things are best unsaid. Listen, the Lord gave me context as to what you're going through right now. So I'm not sure if this is like a friend or an associate or someone that's around you that is making you feel bad or making you feel guilty for not sharing personal details about your life. But don't feel like you are obligated and you have to share personal details about your life with people. Okay, listen, some people are an open book, and that's how they choose to be. Some people share, they're open book to a certain extent where they share certain things about their life, but they keep what they want and what they cherish and want what they want to be private. They keep that to themselves, right? And then there's some people that just share everything, and they have it's not that they don't have discernment, but they have no problem sharing everything, right? And then there's those who they share a certain level of things to a certain context, right? But then there's certain things they just choose to keep private. And let me tell you guys something. Just because somebody chooses not to share every single detail about their life with you, it doesn't mean that they don't trust you or they don't like you. It doesn't mean that they feel some type of way about you. Some things are just better left unsaid, especially if you are a person that has experienced a lot of betrayal and you are learning about monitoring spirits, and you're also learning about familiar spirits. And it's not just about a person carrying a monitoring spirit or familiar spirit. Sometimes even the people that you share things with, they may not even be aware that they're carrying certain spirits, or they may not even be aware that they are associated with people who carry these specific spirits. Okay, like sometimes people are used as a middleman to collect information, and the person that's being used as this middleman, they may not even realize that they're being used by someone to collect certain information. So they may go back and innocently say something about you, not having any ill intentions or anything, but they just may say like, oh, this person is doing well, they just, graduated, or they're doing well, they just opened a business, or they're doing well, they just moved, not realizing that the information that they're saying that they think is innocent is actually the information that is needed by this evil doer, this wicked person, right? When someone chooses not to share too much details about their life, it's not that they don't trust you, and it's not that they don't like you. Some people, they just prefer to be private, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. When you are a child of God and you are educated on these things like monitoring spirits, familiar spirits, and you're educated on, when you don't say something prematurely, it works out later on for you, because people can't destroy what they don't know about, people can't sabotage what they don't know about, right? When you are educated on these things, it's like you're not going to take it personal if somebody chooses not to go into details about their life. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick example, because when I got this revelation from God for this individual to let them know not to feel guilty about not sharing certain things, basically what he said was don't say anything. Some things are better left unsaid, okay? But when he gave me the context of the word, he reminded me of a time in my life in the past where I was having a conversation with somebody who I thought was a friend at the time, right? And the person specifically said to me to my face that she did not want to share specific information about, her love life with me. And she just said she'd rather keep it private because of all the warfare that's going on. And it has nothing to do with me. She'd just rather keep it private. When she said that to me to my face, I didn't take it personal. I was not upset. To be honest, I only, I care about what goes on in her life because I care about her. But I care as much as she wants to share. Do you get it? Like, I care about whatever she shares with me. It wasn't anything personal to where I got upset at her, I felt offended. I actually didn't care, and the subject was actually changed, right? And I understood, because as somebody that was going through warfare a lot, I totally understood what she was saying, right? But then months later, I remember a situation happened in my life where I was going away, and I noticed that right when I was planning my vacation to go away, I was going through a lot of warfare and I was literally being attacked. And the Lord was sending me away to like kind of get a break, right? And the Lord told me that when I'm on my trip, there's going to be a lot of warfare. So He said, you can tell people where you are when you arrive. But He said, do not mention anything to anybody about you going on this trip other than your babysitter, because when you mention things to people, what happens is flights are delayed, sometimes things happen, and so even from past experience, I knew this to be true, right? So when God said do not share this information as to where you're going with anybody, I kept it private. So I didn't share this information with anybody, okay? The only person that knew where I was going was my babysitter. But when I arrived on my trip and I finally posted a photo, the person who I thought was my friend was really offended at the fact that I didn't say that I was going on this trip. And I told her, I said specifically that God told me not to share that I was going away with anybody other than the babysitter based on past experience. And I said it has nothing to do with you, etc., etc., right? So I realized that she took that very personal and she got really offended because she thought that I was hiding things from her. And I didn't really understand why she took it personal. And when I brought it back to God, I was asking God, why me going away and not sharing that I was going away, was why she took that so offensively, when there's certain things about her life that she doesn't share with me and I never take it personally, right? Only for me to find out later on that she didn't really have good intentions for me. So understand that you're not obligated to share your personal life with people. And a person that truly respects you, respects your boundaries as a friend or as an associate or someone that you may work with, in general, a person that respects your boundaries is not going to take it personal if you choose not to go into details about your life, especially someone that respects you and respects your boundaries. They will not take it personal. I feel like a person that's mature and doesn't have any, like, malicious intentions or doesn't have any monitoring spirits, they're not going to take it personal if you choose not to share certain things. I feel like people that do carry monitoring spirits and they're unaware they're carrying it, these are the individuals that may end up taking it personal when you don't share certain details about your life. Okay. And I'm not talking about things that you're supposed to share with your friends and your family. I'm talking about things that are very personal to you, that you cherish, that you want to keep private because you want to protect it. A person that loves you and respects your boundaries should understand this, okay? So don't feel obligated to share your personal details with someone. Even if they choose to share personal details with you, if you're not asking them and they're just choosing to do that, that doesn't mean that you have to share personal details about your life, okay? Some things are best left unsaid, okay? Don't say anything.